kick shot angle discussion, and today I'm talking about Microsoft. First, this is more E3 coverage. I'm going to grade every conference. Some might come out a little later, some might come out tomorrow. I'm going to try to grade every conference and get all those videos up for y'all. It's the only week that I will be doing this on my channel, stuff every day, and let's jump right into it. So they started off the show with Halo, and there's a huge graphical leap. It looked fantastic. They showed off a new multiplayer mode, 24 people battles. They showed a lot of things off with Halo. Halo is looking great. September is the release date. Then they showed a couple other things that I ended up missing. They did show backwards compatibility. They showed the new controller. The new controller actually looked sick. I ended up having to go back and watch the first 30 minutes. They showed a lot within the first 30 minutes. It was a great show overall. This is where I jumped in before I had to go back. They showed Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare CGI trailer, Garden Warfare 2 CGI trailer announced for spring 2016. Then they moved on to Forza 6, another CGI trailer announced for September. So another CGI trailer. Now, if you've got a game coming out in September, I don't see why you wouldn't show gameplay for that. And then they showed Dark Souls 3 announcement trailer CGI. Then they showed the Division trailer, more CGI. Then they invited Lauren D-Talk on stage to talk about the Division. So he started talking about the Division, which was cool. And he talked about Rainbow Six Siege. And they will release for free alongside Siege Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2. That's fantastic news. This was one of the higher points of the show. Then they showed a bunch of indies, just like I said they were gonna do. They shot through the indies. They did this. They did this. It was like, yo, what indies are coming? They highlighted certain indies, so I'm glad that they highlighted certain ones that they like. That's the difference between Sony. Sony likes to give all the indies their own space, and that's always why they have about 30 minutes more than Xbox does in terms of their conference, because they do give a lot more stuff its own space. Then they brought some indies on stage, so I was like, okay, thank you. They're not going to do the same thing they did last E3 or last Gamescom where they just shot through everything. Okay, good, they brought some on stage. So they brought Fulbright out on stage to debut the release of their new game, which will be Tacoma. It'll be first on PC and Xbox, so it's not exclusive. It's timed exclusive, and it was a CGI trailer. Ashen, they showed it the console exclusive. That was a CGI trailer. They showed games from ID Xbox. They had a developer come out and talk about her Beyond Eyes. That was pretty cool. So they gave several games their own space in the indie scene, which is awesome because they didn't do that last E3, so I gotta give them props on that. Then Studio MDHR showed Cuphead. They showed a gameplay trailer for that, and we've been seeing gameplay for Cuphead, so it wasn't as exciting as it could have been if we hadn't seen gameplay before it. I'm really looking forward to Cuphead. Cuphead is gonna be an awesome game. I don't even know why they're promoting it as an indie. They should give this game front and center because everyone wants to play this game. Everybody's salivating at the mouth to play this game. Then they showed the preview program. They said, we have a preview program. We have games that are going to be on the preview program. Help us mold our games into what you want. Some of those games will include Elite Dangerous, Long Dark, DayZ. They'll all be available in Xbox, the preview. Then Dean Hall, the creator of DayZ, talked about a new exclusive game for Xbox, Ion. It'll be first on Xbox, so actually, wait, it's a timed exclusive. They showed a CGI trailer of that. You see the pattern here? The only reason I was kind of bored of the Microsoft conference was because they showed so many CGI trailers on games that have been in development for years. Why are you showing CGI trailers that have been in game development for years? I'm not saying this was a terrible conference. I'm not throwing digs at Microsoft, but what I am saying is they showed a lot of CGI trailers when we were expecting gameplay, first-party titles, all this stuff that was promised, and it kind of under-delivered what Phil Spencer was saying. Then they showed Tomb Raider, a little bit of gameplay from Tomb Raider. They didn't actually show any of the combat mechanics. They didn't show any in-depth gameplay. They showed cutscene gameplay. They showed where you were going up a mountain, some quick-time events in there. They showed that. It was not any actual gunplay. There was not any actual gameplay. Really didn't show us much. They should be well in development of this game, so why are they showing so little of it? And then I was like, okay. I can let that go if they announce what day it's coming out. They announced holiday 2015. They didn't even give a specific date when Tomb Raider was coming out. It was meh. It was not anything we weren't expecting. It was kind of eh. I mean, it definitely wasn't what Fallout 4 showed or what Doom showed or what Bethesda showed last night. So then they showed some Xbox exclusives. They showed Rare Replay, 30 games for $30. This is fantastic. They're giving you with the whole Rare collection on Xbox. This is great. You get to play all the old Rare titles that were hits, like Battletoads, Banjo, lots of games. Then they brought Craig Duncan out. They showed the Sea of Thieves gameplay trailer. This IP will be exclusive to Xbox. That's awesome. Assassin's Creed, Rare style. Rare artwork, rare gameplay. It was actually one of the high points of the show, I thought. Then they showed the console exclusive CGI trailer of Fable Legends, coming this holiday. Still no release dates announced. I'm sitting here going, okay, all coming holiday, but there was no definitive release dates given for a lot of these titles. Then they came out and they announced they have a partnership with Valve VR. They talked about the partnership with Oculus, and they talked about Hololens. For a little bit, this blew me away. I'd say the backwards compatibility was definitely the highest point of the E3 Microsoft show, but this HoloLens Minecraft, when he took Minecraft off the TV and put it on the table, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the future of gaming right here. But then I thought about it and I was like, okay, calm down. Not really, because you can only do certain types of games with the HoloLens, and you can only do certain types of games with VR, stuff on your head. You can only do first-person views. You can only do certain types of games. But this blew me away, man. The way he was able to look around and move and look in things where you couldn't see. If they showed more gameplay, they would have taken E3. But the fact of the matter is they did not show a whole lot of gameplay. They showed a lot of CGI. And they pushed all their heavy hitters, Scalebound, Crackdown, Quantum Break, all to Gamescom. One more of those, just Quantum Break, more Quantum Break gameplay, or Scalebound gameplay. Just one more gameplay from any one of those big titles. Any one. He could have picked any one of those three. Probably would have given Microsoft a lot better score from me. It really was missing that knockout punch. Then Rod Ferguson came out and he started talking about the beta for the remake of Gears, the built from the ground up remake of Gears, the original. He said the beta starts today. Everybody sign up for the Gears beta. This was a decent announcement, but at the same time, it's like, okay. And then they showed the world premiere to close out the show of Gears of War 4. I called it. I knew they were going to do the teaser for Gears of War 4. Everybody's bringing their heavy hitters. I expect to see Last Guardian and God of War 4 this year. Maybe not at the same conference, but I do expect to see both of them this year because everybody's bringing out their heavy hitters. They're moving into year 3. It's going to be very, very interesting. And then they closed out with Phil Spencer saying this is the best place to play. This did not grip me the way Bethesda gripped me last night with their announcements and their gameplay. All gameplay. All they showed last night was gameplay except for their CGI announcement trailers like the card game and that other game, Battle Cry, and these were announcement trailers, so I can understand CGI with that. But you have to understand, when these games have been in development for years and years and years, you should have gameplay. You should have gameplay trailers. Even if you make the gameplay trailers specifically for that event, you should have gameplay trailers, not just CGI. Even Forza 6 was CGI. Now, am I excited for what Microsoft has coming out? Absolutely. I think Microsoft has given its fans a lot to look forward to. In fact, I'm hyped for a lot of the stuff. Halo 5, Guardians, Forza 6. I'm excited for Cuphead. I'm excited for a lot of stuff that they showed, but they didn't show that much gameplay. That's the thing. So I have to give Microsoft an okay grade. I'm going to give Microsoft a C for 2015 E3, not because I have anything against Microsoft. I just believe they could have come better in terms of their heavy hitters. Just one more of those big games would have sold it for me, giving them an A rating just like Bethesda. But the problem is they moved every big hitter they had to Gamescom, which is understandable because they are not doing as well in Europe as the PlayStation 4. So you have to understand that. They have to promote to Europe. They have to show their best at Gamescom because they want that European market too. So it's an understandable move, but I cannot for the life of me give them an A or even a B. Now, if I was being generous, I would give them a B. Just a flat B. And if you want to take it as a B from me, that's fine. That's fine. A B from me or a C from me is fine. But I'm going to say the conference was meh. The conference was okay. The conference wasn't anything overly special, but it was good. It was decent. It was passable. There's a lot to look forward to for anyone who plays on Xbox. This has been Zero. Keep gaming, gamers, and I will see all of you guys gals next time.